I know you have been sitting for quite a while, and I will try to be as brief as possible, because we have next coming up the prize giving, and a lot of our children will be waiting for their prizes. But it is necessary to present a message on a day like today, and I will do so in a simple way. Now, let me firstly say blessings and commendations to all the pundits, the branch executive centers, all you devotees who are prepared, who have worked so very hard to celebrate in this wonderful way what we refer to as Indian Arrival Day. Earlier on, we heard various comments being made. We all know where we have come from. History is here, and I'm not going to go into all that. To come to the point, we all have been year after year bombarded with what our ancestors came with, what they did, etc. That is well known, well documented. There is one aspect which they brought with them also, and which I believe we need to pay attention to. The theme for this year, Swadeshi, Dhanya Dhanyavadi. It is translated here as blessedness is the fruit of gratitude. It means that when we express thanks, we express words of Dhanyavad, words of thanks, blessedness follows. But the question is, what is blessedness? Why do we need blessedness? Where does blessedness come from? Now, blessedness has to be something that is very positive, very useful, very necessary. A person who is blessed will have all successes in life. So we need blessedness. But the theme is telling us expression of gratitude brings blessedness. So therefore we need to give thanks to our ancestors. No man is an island. We have all benefited from the sacrifices of all those who have gone before. So we express thanks, and as we celebrate Indian Arrival Day, this thanks is also being expressed in various enactment, various types of remembrance, etc. But as I said, there is one part of it I really want to bring back into memory, which I believe is very necessary. And I go to Sri Ramcharitamanas, which is one of the texts that our ancestors brought with them. And I go towards the end of Uttarakhand, where Bhagavan Shankar is speaking to Goddess Parvati. And it is all about the term blessedness. Who is blessed? What is blessed? How can we derive blessedness in our lives? So I'm going to put it to you very simply. Each part of this is, as we can say, one entire nice discourse. I want to put it to you in a few moments, in a nutshell. Bhagavan Shankar said to Parvati, Dhanya Desh So Jahasura. Blessed is that country where the Ganga flows. Where is that country? It is India. So India is blessed. Those who came from India, bringing with them all that we speak about, all that we think about, all that we reflect upon, they are also blessed. But then, what about we here in Trinidad? Ganga doesn't flow here, does it? Then does it mean to say that we are not blessed? This is where the interpretation has to come in. Ganga is a stream of devotion, a pure, simple love, unadulterated love for God. And all that God symbolizes, all that He represents. Wherever there is devotion, Ganga flows. And our ancestors, as well as their descendants, up to now all of us, we make that sacrifice. People of all religions, they make sacrifice to develop that love for their God. There is one God, but we personalize God. And once we keep along this pathway, blessedness is going to come to us. Trinidad is also blessed. We are not going to focus on the negatives. In every circumstance, you're going to have negatives. You have exceptions. But what we need to do is to focus on the positives. As a man thinketh, so he becometh. So there is devotion in this country of ours. And what we need to do is to intensify that devotion. Let the Ganga flow. And I am saying the Ganga is a stream of devotion. As Pandit Gyandev alluded to earlier on, our scriptures are for all people, not for Hindus only. All religions, people show devotions to God in their way, how they worship. That love for God is there. You have detractors, of course. We're not going to focus upon them. So Trinidad will be blessed. It is blessed, and blessings will continue to flow. But we need to allow the Ganga to flow. Blessed in that country where the Ganga flows. Dhanya Nari Pratibat Anusari. This is a special message for the mothers, sisters and daughters. It is painful when we analyze what is happening in society today. The amount of murders, and amongst them how many mothers, sisters and daughters have been killed. What is the Hindu's position? What is the scripture's position on this? We have placed women on a pedestal. We have given them a status as Shakti, the power, without which it is said not a blade of grass moves. These practices, this philosophy has emanated out of India, the land of the Ganga. But it is with great pain that today I read, and what has happened before. Two sisters, 15, 14, 16, gang raped in the village and hanged from trees. In Pakistan, we have a woman who, because of love marriage, she was stoned to death. Look what is happening. Is that blessedness? Now, we are told that the women folk, they are highly blessed. One, if you maintain your duties and your responsibilities, your faithfulness, your fidelity in mind, word and deed. There is a power in this. Our scriptures do not sanction loose living. And if you analyze what is happening in society today, where AIDS and other STDs decimating the world population, loose living causes. Our scriptures telling us, blessedness comes to those who maintain their principles in the right way. Mothers, sisters and daughters. And this is part of our tradition. The Gita tells us, when the women in a society become corrupt, the society is doomed. And therefore it is necessary that the mothers, sisters and daughters understand the power that you have, the duties that you have, the responsibilities that you have, and to maintain them to the fullest so that blessedness will flow. Nothing justifies illegitimate and illicit relationships. Nothing. What comes out of it is pain, destruction, not to mention the grief that follows. We must bear this in mind. We are responsible for our own doings. Everything lies with us. The power is within us. So I choose to do the right things. We have belief, faith and confidence in our mothers, sisters and daughters. We have faith, confidence in other people's mothers, sisters and daughters. We show respect to you. So we ask that you respect yourself. Maintain the tradition, the parampara, so that blessedness will flow. Dhanya so bhoop niti jo kare. Blessed is a monarch. And in Trinidad we don't have kings, but we have the leaders. Whether it be the politicians, the Prime Minister, whether it be the leaders of the various organizations, whatever have you. People in leadership position. Blessed indeed is that leader who administers justice. We are without bias, without prejudice. We are sincere, we are loyal, we are devoted. Our job, we are straightforward. Even the leadership. Blessedness flows when the leadership is justified, administers justice. That is important. Nothing could survive without that. It's a power that exists that must be utilized. So those of us who are in positions of influence, power, remember, we have a responsibility. No bias, no prejudices. Justice is justice. Truth and justice must be maintained. Blessedness flows therefrom. Dhanya so which Nisadharma Tarai. Blessed indeed is the holy man who doesn't waver in his duties. He doesn't compromise his principles. Today, men of the cloth are challenged, and many are challenged and they can't defend themselves because they are guilty. Guilt and guilty consciences damage us. Where are we going? Men of the cloth, to put it in a broad context, the church. They say the church, meaning the temple, the mosque, holy people. They are the watchdog of principles, right living in society. And when we become corrupt, deviant, what will happen to society? Blessedness will not flow. Nothing justifies it. Our actions, whether overtly or covertly, must always be beyond question, beyond reproach. I always remember this statement, Koi la kare chaturai, karma ka lekh mite nare bhai. Many try all kind of scheme. But at the end of it all, what is written as karma cannot be rubbed off. The truth always comes out. And you know, I did mention the first year in this year, in my New Year message, that this is a year of exposure. Many will be exposed. Many skeletons will be walking out of the cupboards. But then if I have skeletons in the cupboard, it is my doing. I should not be minding skeletons. I should have a clear conscience and live by principle. Then blessedness will flow. If the holy men fall, what do you expect for others to do? When the watchdogs fail, what do you expect others to do? It's not an easy job, but this is why many are called, few are chosen. We must stand up and be firm. Principle must never be compromised. Blessed is the holy man who is uncompromising and unwavering in his principles. Blessedness will flow. So dhanadhanya pratham gati jati. Wealth. Many may claim since the first oil boom, spiritual values have degenerated totally in our country. Everybody measures everything in terms of dollars and cents. If many celebrations we have, everything is how much money we get in, how much money we could get. Everything is dollars and cents. Wealth is necessary. It helps to fulfill our needs. Though I can say that, you see, there is need and greed. Nobody could fulfill everybody's greed. But needs we can have fulfilled. Wealth has to be used wisely. Wealth without spiritual value system helps us to degenerate. We become loose, lascivious if we don't have a spiritual value system. There are three ways wealth can be utilized according to Ramayana. One, used for constructive purposes, for charity. Used for the benefit of others. Education, putting systems in place. Institutions, taking care of those who are near and dear to us, dispassionately. Wealth can be used for enjoyment. If you use it for neither, it will be stolen. It will be lost. However it's stolen, I will not go into that. If wealth is used for the first purpose, charity, constructive purposes, for the benefit of all, that wealth is blessed and blessedness flows. Dhanya punya rata mati soi paki. We all have an intellect. The intellect can be classified in three ways. There is the unenlightened intellect, there is the relative intellect, and the enlightened intellect. Blessed is that enlightened intellect which focuses on pious actions and nothing otherwise. Out of that blessedness flows. You know what society has today? I want to check. Look at the newspapers every day. One man says so, another man comes back and tries to make a lie on that. Each man is one upmanship, and that is smartness for them. Creating confusion on a daily basis, arguments to and fro. That is the unenlightened intellect. The truth no longer is exposed, you know. Nobody can identify that truth. It is so badly hidden because of men's own hidden agenda. Unenlightened intellect, selfishness, egoistic attitude, which brings about degradation, degeneration. Blessedness wouldn't flow. Is there something wrong in saying what is right and proper? If you are wrong, say, I am sorry. But then think twice before you act, so you don't have to say, I am sorry. This is the sign of an enlightened intellect. Always reflect before we act. Wherever there is such an action, enlightened intellect, reflection upon pious actions, blessedness flow. Bhagwan Shankar Singh, who God is Parvati, bear that in mind. Dhanya ghari so jab sat sanga. Blessed is that hour, when we see hour, that moment, where people commune with holy people. And I ask to be forgiven for qualifying the word holy with the word genuine. Genuine. There are many who have the garb. They profess to be what they are not. They compromise the principles. Association with such people is not satsang, it is kusang. The association with genuine holy people who are genuinely spiritual, and I want to emphasize spiritual, not only religious. You see, religious, since I keep saying, we have plenty of religious people. We go to temple, we go to church, we go to mosque, we clap, we sing, we feel ecstatic. And when service is finished, we start to lie as usual. We cheat, we are dishonest, we compromise principles. Religiousness you leave behind. Spirituality, honesty, truthfulness, faithfulness, straightforward attitude, ahimsa satyamastyam brahmacharyam dayarjavam. I can go into all that, but I will not. These positive qualities, wherever you go, they go with you. This is spirituality. Some people think spirituality means going to God. Spirituality goes beyond God. And by the way, let me tell you something. You see where logic stops, there God begins. That is for those who do believe in God. Let's leave it there. But spirituality cuts across all boundaries. And once we have spiritual values, then we can be genuine holy people. What will happen then? Associating with such people, negativities will go in the way. Negativities will be enlightened. Life will become positive. Positive energies will flow. Company association is important. And I want to make a point to the young people. Why do you think it said Pratham Bhakti Santankar Sangha? The first stage is to associate with the right company. You see, this word karma is a very important word. I wrote a letter to the experts some day ago. It was published. And I mentioned that karma is the root cause of all our problems. Somebody who is suffering from intellectual scoliosis wrote back, it's not karma, it's kamla. You understand the stupidity of our people, some of them? This is why I say intellectual scoliosis, a bending of the intellect. They can't analyze properly. Karma is the root cause. Now, there is group karma. And if the group karma is positive, by associating with that group, even our negativities are burnt away. It is to our benefit to associate with the right company. If a sadhu associates with negative company, thieves, he is called a thief. And if a thief associates with a sadhu, he can become a sadhu. So I'm saying to the young people, your association, you have to seek the right company. Seek the company of holy people, genuine ones, so that you can be inculcated with the right value system, the right principles, so that life will have meaning and to be blessed. Blessedness will flow. Dhanya Janma Dvaja Bhakti Abhanga. Blessed are those who worship, who recognize, respect the holy men and serve them without any sort of negativity, unceasingly. And today's society again, you have many holy men, genuine ones, but then again you have the quacks. And then you have people again who respect none. And would you believe a response I got to my very same letter? A fellow wrote, they are pundit / bandit. He can't even understand the difference between a bandit and a pundit. He's so stupid. He's so stupid. Now this is disrespect shown to holy men. What will be the outcome of that? Not pain, suffering and destruction? And when our karmas, in this way, we create this and we antagonize the holy ones, and problems come to us, then people end up suffering. Then what is your response? What is your thinking? Mind the disease. Obey. Somebody do them something. You are right, you know. You do yourself. You are right. Jaisa karni vaisa varni. Every religion preaches what seeds you plant, those are the fruits that you reap. And in karma, you'll have vaida lasni. Nobody could thief it. You suffer it yourself. So therefore, our scriptures tell us to get the blessings of the holy ones. Get the blessings of our parents, of our elders. This is part of the parampara, the tradition handed down to us by our ancestors. And last point, Bhagavan Shankara is saying, Parvati, so kula dhanya umasunu, jagat puja supunit, si rahubir parayan jahinar upajibinit. Blessed is that lineage, blessed is that family, that ancestry. Most hallowed it is. O Parvati, fit enough to be worshipped by the world. That lineage where an individual is born who recognizes and surrenders to the power of divinity, worships that divine, a person of God. Ramayana says that. All religions. That lineage is blessed. All those who have in their lineage people who serve in God. You believe in your God. You maintain the principles. That lineage is blessed. Dhanya usi ki mata jag mein jo hari ko pehchan rahi. And therefore you have to understand this. Blessedness will have to come because of our actions. The baseline here is that we must seek that spiritual, that one infinite, that divine. This is an important factor. Worship God, seek God and none other. Don't let money become your God. Don't let name and fame become your God. These things are fickle and fade, according to Chandak Maharaj. One day to come, we all depart the mortal coil, and all these we leave behind. What do we take with us? So these are the teachings, some of them of our ancestors. They brought these teachings with us. Ramayana has it very beautifully. And those of you who can lay your hand in your mind, and you should be able to so do, go into it and read it. You want blessedness? This is what we need to do. So that when the theme tells us, Dhanya, Dhanyavad De, expression of gratitude brings blessedness. Not only expression of gratitude. We express gratitude to the ancestors, we're going to get blessings. But what about our children? You know what this whole thing is about? I am today. I received the teachings, the body of laws, values, principles, practices from my ancestors. What I need to do? Grudgingly preserve them. Wherever possible, enhance them and pass them on to the next generation. They will express thanks to me, thanks to all of us, and blessedness will flow. So this is what we need to do. No man is an island. We have all benefited from the ancestors. He who takes without giving is a thief. Therefore, if we want for blessedness to flow, devotees, ladies and gentlemen, all, no matter who you may be, of whatever descent or whatever religious background, it is irrelevant. These lessons are across all boundaries. It is spiritual. It's humanity. And I always believe, you're a Hindu, be a good one. A Muslim, be a good one. A Christian, be a good one. An atheist, be a good one. Be the best you can be. And remember this, don't knock others. If you take a gold cup and if you take a stone and knock it against a gold cup, it doesn't increase the value of the stone. Neither does it decrease the value of the gold. Gold is gold and stone is stone. We have to understand this. And last point let me make. Each man is on the journey alone. You can't carry anybody with you. People can't share in your joys. They can't share in your pain. They will sympathize with you in your pain. And what causes your pain? Karma. Whether you believe it or not, whether you accept it or not, is totally irrelevant. I have always said, if you take the owl and push him into the sun and say, hey owl, look sunlight, all he will say is, hoo hoo hoo, that's all he knows. You know why? He's blinded to the sunlight. That doesn't mean the sunlight doesn't exist. These principles are cosmological laws that exist as long as there is creation. This is why we say they cut across all boundaries. So we have to bear it in mind. In the final analysis, I am responsible for me and you for you. I can't facilitate you. I can't make you do anything. The choice is yours. The choice is ours. So as we go through life, This is a very important teaching of our ancestors. Bear it in mind. That someday to come, our children, grandchildren will be standing right here maybe and singing our praises that we did what they expected of us. To preserve, to enhance, pass on these wonderful values to them, we would have done our duty. If not, to my mind, what is there to celebrate? What is there to celebrate? So I'm saying, all of us, let's become true human beings. When the Gandhi was right, it's not only about Hindu. I'm a Hindu, I'm proud to be a Hindu. Whoever you are, whatever you are, be proud to be who you are. Just remember, what I am is God's gift to me. What I make of myself is my gift to my God. What are we making of ourselves? Think about it. Blessings to all.
Om Jai Swaha Mata, Maya Jai Swaha Mata, तुम अग्नि की शक्ति, तुम अग्नि की शक्ति, तुम सच्ची माता. Om Jai Swaha